Morning, everybody. Right now is kind of like the mid of June, and we have some really bad heat wave going on in the area. I mean, it's hot usually in June, but not this hot. Like we have like 100 degrees almost every day. I think it's every day for almost 2 weeks already, and my roses are not doing very good because it's too hot. And also at night it's 90s, so it's not fun. But then I also observed something really interesting about my hydrangeas. So I just wanted to talk about how my hydrangeas, like different type of hydrangeas, are performing in the south during the heat right now. So I will just start from the one that bloom the earliest for me this year. So let's do it. This is a smooth hydrangeas. It's actually incredible. Uh, this hydrangeas is an improved version of Annabelle, and I think it's such a great hydrangeas for the south right here. Um, so first of all, why I like this so much. First of all, it bloomed superly duperly early in the season. This is the first hydrangeas that actually bloom in my garden, believe it or not. And you see how it aged so beautifully already. It aged into green color. And the bloom is huge. It's actually really big, and it's only planted from the 4-inch pot last year spring. So it's from a itty bitty tiny plant. I planted directly into the ground. I don't like baby it, and this is how big it gets. I get two right here. Is how big it gets. And the good thing about this Annabelle, not Annabelle, incredible hydrangeas is, first, of course, it has big bloom. Second is it bloom on both old woods and new woods. That means, let's say I cut this off right now. This age hydrangeas, I cut it off. I mean, use it as a dry flower arrangement. It's beautiful. I still have one inside my room, inside my house. It's aged beautiful. It looks just like this after it's age. It's age. And guess what? It's gonna send out. Still gonna continue to send out new cane, and it will still give you the new bloom like this. This is a new one. Even in the middle of 100 degrees, I don't have any leaf that is burned. Now, I think another part of the reason why I didn't get many leaf burned is also because when I water it, I don't water the leaf. I water the bottom on the soil. If you water the leaf and it's hot, your leaf is going to be burned. So make sure you don't do that. If you're on a sprinkler, don't put this thing on a sprinkler. Put it on a soaker or something like that, because you do not want to have the entire plant to get wet, especially in the high heat like that. It's not gonna be good. But you can see how healthy it is. The bees go crazy over them. They love this rose so much. You can see they like almost eat it up. I don't know what to say. You see that? Oh my goodness, they love this thing so much. This is going to grow as tall as, I think, 5 feet. It's max. It's not a very big type of hydrangeas. It's a very good size. Okay, and so what I do is I will cut it off after its age. I cut it off, and I will fertilize it. You can do. I think you can use holy tone. Is a good one. So anything that let it grow new cane, so it will continue to bloom again. So this is why it's so good about this kind of hydrangeas, because it will rebloom. It's not, you don't get just one season, you get 2 seasons. Okay, so it will rebloom and it will keep blooming until the fall. So this is a great one. It get this hydrangeas get partial shade. I would say partial. I mean, it gets sun until 2 p.m. basically, so it takes most of the sun in the entire day. So I would say it's pretty good. Look at that. I already cut a few, so it has a lot more bloom before that. I already cut a few and put it in my house. Okay, and when you cut it, let me tell you where to cut it. You want to cut it down to where there is a slight, like see, do you see a sprout? So you want to cut it down. The further down and you see the sprout, the strong sprout, the bud, leaf bud, that's where you want to stop. Because if otherwise it's not gonna grow new cane. And then when you grow back, it's gonna have 2 cane instead of 1, so you get more flowers that way. All right, same thing. So this is panicle hydrangeas. Is vanilla strawberry. This is humongous. This actually get full sun, all day sun at this spot right here, and it doesn't send out bloom as early as smooth top, the incredible, but just look at how upright it is. The cane is super big, it's so thick, it's very, very hardy, so it doesn't fall down. It hold up the bloom very, very well on it. And look at the size of this bloom. Look at how big it is. Oh gosh, it's the size of my head. And you see that? It's beautiful. So this type of hydrangeas, when you buy it from the internet, you will see that it will have they call it vanilla strawberry because it turns pink in the fall. I will tell you the truth. In the south, if you just let it age on the branches after it bloom like this flush, you say, oh, I'm gonna let it sit on there, let it age into vanilla, into the pink color in the fall. It's not gonna happen because we are just too hot right here. So what you want to do is, after you bloom this flush, you want to cut down the bloom. You cut it down, you fertilize it, let it send out the new flush, and then it will bloom the second time. And then the second time, it will usually bloom in the late summer. And we have a very, very long growing season in our area in the south. I'm in Mobile, Alabama. So if you're in the south, you know you have a very long growing season. You're not gonna really get frost or cold or anything like that, even until after Thanksgiving a lot of the time. So there is plenty of time to age into pink color by then. So do not keep them on your bush after the first flush. Cut them. Use them as your dry flower arrangement. Use them inside your home as a cut, arrangement, whatever it is. And then let the second flush come out. Fertilize, let the second flush come out with even more bloom, and let it age into pink color. That's the only way to get pink color. Otherwise, you get all brown. You get all brown, dry, and then you get upset. It's like, why am I not getting a pink color? Because it's just too hot. We can't get pink color when it's so hot. It would just go from green into brown. That's all. They're not gonna turn pink. All right, but just look at this. Every single cane got a flower. Every single cane. Listen, see that? And of course the bee love them big time. And I love how upright they are. They are a lot more upright than the incredible, because of how thick their cane is. So if you want to make sure that your hydrangea isn't going to fall down on the ground, when you cut it, make sure you cut it down, really cut it down, because you want the thick cane, you don't want the tiny cane. Then the tiny cane basically is going to have a small bloom. It's not going to be significant. So that's really the real key of it. Now this one get a full day sun, you get so much bloom, so many bloom. I want to show you another one that I planted it in a partial shade, and I want to show you the difference. Now take into consideration the incredible and vanilla hydrangeas are both planted at the same time last year spring. I think it's about end of March from the 4-inch, so it's a tiny PD thing. And look at how big it is. Again, do not water the flower and the leaf, okay? Just the soil. If you water them, they're gonna get burned. I promise you they will get burned. Another one, let me show you this one right here. This is another one. It's a little bit slower. It's getting there. But you can see it doesn't get as many bloom as the other one that is under the full sun. So you know, this hydrangeas, if you want them to bloom very well, you got to put them under the place with a lot of sun. So don't go to worry about it got burned or anything like that. Because if it will burn, it will burn. I mean, we're gonna cut it out anyway for the second flush, but you just put it in a full sun area, it will be good. Now if you have limelight, I used to grow limelight, and I can tell you my limelight is not as healthy and as heat tolerant as vanilla strawberry. So this is why I really recommend vanilla strawberry for our area, because it's so heat resistant. Now the first year is not gonna look like that when it's the tiny bitty thing. When it grow out, it's pretty weak, so expect some burn for the first year. But after the first year, after their root is getting established, look at that, they go crazy. So just first keep that in mind. First year is the year for them to grow their root, and it's the second year is when they're gonna go crazy and go beautifully. And the same thing with the incredible. All right. Another thing about this hydrangeas, to cut them as a arrangement, I forget to mention just now. When you cut your hydrangeas for arrangement, you try not to cut it when it's fresh like this, because you want to cut it when it's a little bit aged. So when it's fresh like this and you cut it, it's going to wilt it immediately, or just a few days after you cut it. So you want to wait for it to age, like all the bloom has been opened up, you know, and then you want them to kind of like, you can feel the petal is started to dry up, and that's when you cut it. Okay, if you want to cut it for her home arrangement, because otherwise I tried it before, it just wilted almost like after a day. It doesn't really last at all. So that's my recommendation. Now of course, if you want to only cut it for event, you know, you want a white color fresh hydrangeas, of course you can cut it. I'm just saying, if you want to cut it and let it last in your house, cut it when it's aged. Okay, so now I want to talk about some of the repeat bloomer hydrangeas. So this is my new variety that I got this year from a very small, it's like 2 quart pot size. It was very small, and look at how it has bloomed beautifully, and this is how it aged. This is Starfield. I highly recommend this variety, everybody. This variety is just so gorgeous, and I will show you the picture of how it looks like when it's still fresh and pink. This is after it aged, and look at how beautiful it aged. I love it. It is aged into this beautifully antique green color. Oh, I just think it's so beautiful. Now this is the time when I will actually cut it and bring it in the house. Because why? So that I will get the second flush from it. Let me show you the bloom stalk that I already cut just during the weekend. You see all this new growth that is coming out from there? So for those that actually bloom in 2 seasons, like repeat bloomer, this is a bloom stalk from endless summer season. For those that actually bloom 2 seasons, you just, after you cut it off, you fertilize it, let it send out the new cane, and it will bloom on a new cane. So that's how you make them rebloom. So make sure you fertilize it. So this is another Japanese hydrangeas that I actually got. How gorgeous it is. Now for this, do not put them under the sun. Like, do not put them under the sun. Why? Because if you put them under the sun, I will show you how you're gonna look like. This is the one that I put under the sun. You can see the leaf are like how curl up, and you see how it was burned. This is I don't remember what is the name of this. Oh, Everlasting Evolution. I got this the same time as a Starfield. It's big, It's nice, it grows nicely, but it doesn't bloom because it's too hot. It didn't like it. So what I will do is I'm gonna cut off the top really, so to let the new one coming out, and fertilize it and give it a bigger pot and see if it will actually bloom better. But these are actually the florist hydrangeas that I bought in spring. It finished. It was looking like this. You see, it finished the bloom, and I cut it off. And look at how beautiful they grow. And again, do not put them under the sun. You put them in the shade area, like fully shade is fine too. If you don't get any single sun, that's fine too. Just make sure it's in a bright light spot. These forest hydrangeas will not tolerate any sun at all. Just don't do that. Even in the spring, don't put them under the sun. So what you do is, okay, so you see how it grows so nicely in this leaf right here. So when you are in the winter time, because these actually how do I say, they bloom on old wood. So you want to make sure that in the winter time you protect them from the frost. I mean, of course, it's just a short time frost is fine. But if it's gonna get really cold, like 620s, you know, for an entire week or something like that, make sure you protect them, because if you don't protect them, you will not get bloom next year because their bud will be destroyed. All right, and then in spring, when it started to warm up, then you bring them, because they are in the pot. Remember, these are florist hydrangeas. They are in the pot. So you bring them out and put them under your sun. Let them have a full sun, because the early spring sun is not good. It's fine. It's not going to burn them. But once they have the flower bud and the bloom, bring them inside the shade again. Because again, their flower don't like to be under direct sunlight at all. Maybe a morning sun, that's fine. Like a few hours of morning sun is fine, but do not put them under the full sun at any season if they have bloom. If only the leaf, put them outside in the spring so that they will actually bloom pretty good. Okay, let me show you another type of hydrangeas that I have. Okay, so this is the oldest hydrangeas I have in my garden, and I believe the name of this hydrangeas is Matilda Supreme or something like that. I'll put the name on the screen after I check it out. This kind of hydrangeas is really tricky to grow for me. Okay, and it take a long time for it to actually even perform. This is 5 years old, and it get burned. This one get burned pretty easily. You can see after 2 weeks the leaves started to burn. There's nothing I can do about it. But look at how beautiful the flower is. If you want to grow this kind of old hydrangeas that is not very heat tolerant, plant it in the area that is either full shade or has a morning sun. Now you can see this actually is under a huge magnolia tree, so it actually get a pretty good coverage of the shade at the hottest time of the afternoon. But you know, our morning sun is just too hot sometimes, even for this kind of hydrangeas. This is why I put some of the forest hydrangeas inside the full shade at my patio, because you just cannot take sun. All right, so if you want to put them under the full shade, go ahead, that's fine, they will still bloom. But you know, just don't put them under any sun that it has sun, after any spot with sun after, I would say, even 10 o'clock, because it's so hot over here. And I already get, look, 2 weeks of 100 dry, crispy already. But this year is actually pretty good, and I actually water them every day. You have to water them every day, because otherwise those bloom, they're gonna go wilted really fast. And look at how beautiful they are. This they don't bloom very fast. They take a long time to bloom. I think they bloom in May. They started blooming in May, but they age really beautifully. I love it. The leaves is big and glossy. It get burned pretty bad in the middle of the summertime, but it's beautiful. So I don't know. I still love them. Although I know they are not really that great for our area, but I still love them because of the color. But yeah, this is the moth leaf hydrangeas. Again, you got to make sure that you protect them during the winter time if it's gonna get really hot. I never really did, so I don't have any. And don't prune them at all. This hydrangeas, just don't prune them at all. If you want, you can deadhead the span bloom after it's spent and give them the fertilizer at around July fall time. That's it. Don't do anything else. It doesn't need anything at all. I was trying to care for them for last year. I think last year I tried to care for them, so I tried to prune them a little bit so it looks better. Guess what? I had no bloom at all the entire year. So this year they come back, of course, beautifully with more blooms and more rounded and compact shrub. Maybe that's why, because I pruned them last year, but still, don't prune them. You want to shape them, whatever, do it after they bloom, before they send out a new bud. So there you go. This is some moth leaf hydrangeas. Beautiful, right? Look at the color. Look at that color. Oh man, I can. This is the most beautiful hydrangeas color. It has started with pink, and then you can see the pink and the purple and the blue all on the same bloom. Just so gorgeous. I can. So beautiful. I'm so grateful for that color. There you go. The rest of the thing, you guys know already. This is actually a good time to cut them. If I cut them right now, they will actually remain this color for me inside my house for a long time after it dry too. So there you go. Hopefully it's helpful for everybody trying to grow hydrangeas in the south. I know it's very difficult. I try and I fail many years. So this is what I gather after many years of failures. Just to let you know, I don't give up because I love hydrangeas so much. But yeah, there you go. This is my experience of growing hydrangeas here, and I hope it will help you. Let me know what your experience is as well, and I'll talk to you all next time. Bye.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed. The laugh so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again.